Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping straight into a story that, well, it really pushes boundaries. It mixes ancient Indian mythology, sci-fi, even theoretical physics.
Yeah, it's quite a blend. We're looking at Namit Patil's novella, Bhutadki, Destiny and Deception.
And the author sets a high bar right away. Patil promises a larger-than-life, fast-paced fictional story that will, and I quote, excite you, haunt you, challenge you, exhilarate you, and at times make you cognize.
That cognize part is key for us, I think. That's our mission here. We're going beyond just the plot.
Right.
We want to dig into those moments of deception, the philosophical twists, the points where this supernatural nightmare forces you, the listener, to really question reality, maybe question who the real monsters are.
Okay, so it sounds like a classic setup for a major betrayal, and it centers on three mythological figures.
That's right. We've got Bhutadki, who is the ghoul, think primal fear. Then there's Chetkin the witch, but she's surprisingly technological, almost scientific.
Interesting.
And Aghori, the tantric, spiritual guide, but maybe dangerous. They're all tangled up by fate, and the story kicks off somewhere dark.
Yeah, a Kalkat city. The opening scene is pure Gothic horror, isn't it? You've got this mansion, inky darkness, ancient chanting.
And a monster, a mutated liger prowling around. Very atmospheric, very macabre.
Then Bhutadki makes her entrance, and it's not subtle.
Not at all. The novella calls it a brutal display of grace. She fights this liger, uses these jet black snakes. It's graphic. Leaves the scene a shrine of a demonic butchery. Sets the tone pretty quickly.
Wow. Okay, but then we shift to the human side.
Exactly. We meet Dr. Kashyap. He's a surgeon, and he's basically falling apart. He hasn't slept properly in months.
Insomnia.
Yeah, the book calls it an unyielding companion, forcing him into a surreal nocturnal dance. So he's already kind of halfway into this nightmare world before the actual nightmares show up.
And meanwhile, his wife Kaya, she's dealing with a different kind of horror.
Right, she's Senior Inspector Kaya. She's investigating these mass killings linked to the dark web, and she quickly figures out this isn't random.
It's organized.
Highly organized. Influential figures of global level, she suspects. She calls it organized evil, saying it's bigger than terrorism and worse than living hell.
So you've got Kashyap's inner turmoil, these ancient nightmares, and Kaya's very real-world, modern investigation.
And they start to connect. Kashyap begins to feel like his insomnia, these ancient forces, and this dark web conspiracy are all tangled together.
What triggers his sort of quest?
His son, Kralad, he disappears, vanishes into a dwarf cave of all things.
Okay.
And that's it for Kashyap. That parental drive kicks in. He vows, I will pursue him, even if he sojourns at the bottom of an abyss.
And the first abyss is Bhutadki herself.
Yeah. He finds her levitating, coiled by these 12 massive jet black snakes. It's a terrifying image.
And she wants something from him. Something impossible.
She wants Kaya's heart, just that. Well, here's the first little twist. It's not just for demonic power, apparently. Bhutadki claims Kaya's heart has this incredible purity, a potency that eclipses the essence of human blood 1,000 times over.
So she wants purity, not just life force.
Seems like it. It elevates her motive beyond just, standard ghoul behavior. She wants to consume something almost spiritual.
Okay, so the stakes are impossibly high. Kashyap can't possibly agree to that. Where does he go?
He seeks help. And this leads him to the Aghori Tantric we mentioned earlier. A formidable figure.
The Aghori gives him guidance.
Guidance is one word for it. It's utterly bizarre advice. He tells Kashyap to go to Hari Kalava, swim out, drown himself, and then cross the abyss between life and death to find Chetkin, the supreme witch.
Wait, he has to drown to get advice.
Literally die to get a meeting in her oracular world.
That's completely nuts. How does Kashyap even process that?
Well, remember the insomnia, the psychological state he's already in.
Ah, right. He's already sort of halfway there.
Exactly. He's already living between worlds, in a way. So maybe it doesn't seem as insane to him as it does to us. Anyway, he does it. He reaches Chetkin.
Oh, what's she like?
She appears as a stunning young girl. And she agrees to help him deal with Bhutadki. But naturally, there's a price.
Of course. What does she want?
This is where it gets really strange. She needs a sample of Bhutadki's hair for her research on quantum special matter.
Hold on, quantum what now? We just went from drowning to meet a witch to quantum physics.
Well, I told you it was a blend. That's the novella's big leap. Chetkin isn't just chanting. She's a master of manipulating reality at a fundamental level. Her magic is advanced science, or maybe indistinguishable from it.
So ancient myth meets theoretical physics.
Wow, yeah. And to get this hair sample, Kashyap first needs a weapon, the Rudraksh, which he has to retrieve from the Rakshasa realm.
Okay, so the mission gets even more complicated, but through all this, Kashyap must be asking, why him? Why his family?
He absolutely is, and the answers he gets are interesting. They really form the philosophical core here.
What do they tell him?
The Aghori, the one who sent him on this path, gives him a very fatalistic answer. If you are destined to face this reality, it means you are capable of facing this reality.
So destiny. No choice.
Seems like it. And Chetkin says something similar about Kaya being targeted. She says Kaya was not chosen by a choice, but fate.
Okay, so it's all predetermined.
But then,
Yeah.
Chetkin flips it. When Kashyap asks that gut-wrenching question, why me? She gets right through the fatalism.
What does she say?
She says, it's not important why you are. It's important what you are going to do about it.
Ah, so forget destiny, focus on action, responsibility.
Exactly. It shifts everything. It's not about why it's happening. It's about his response.
And that response involves going to the Rakshasa realm. How does he even get
More
point?
my concept sci-fi. Chetkin uses negative gravity to manipulate time itself. She basically shoots him towards the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy, Sagittarius A.
Towards a black hole, seriously. Seriously. The description of the journey is intense. Pain worse than death, he says. Like an atomic bomb going off inside him every second. Cosmic annihilation levels of pain.
Just to get a weapon, that's commitment.
Peak narrative commitment, yeah. He survives this somehow and gets ejected into Longford, the city of demons.
Where physics probably doesn't apply much either.
Pretty much. The book says physics is mocked there. He has this moment of, do I fight these Rakshasas or just ask nicely?
Oh, he didn't ask nicely.
No. He uses these bio upgrades Chetkin gave him, particularly speed, superhuman quickness. He takes down this huge Maha Rakshasa, gets the Rudraksh, and heads back. He thinks he finally has what he needs to save Prahlad.
So he's been through cosmic torture, fought demons, got the magic weapon. He must feel like he's finally on the right track. He goes to confront Bhutadki.
Right, he tries this plan using Durga disguised as Kaya to trick Bhutadki. But, well, the whole journey. Maybe it wasn't about Bhutadki at all.
What do you mean? It was all a setup. Bhutadki isn't fooled by the disguise. She's furious. And then, wounded, she drops the truth bomb, the huge twist.
Okay.
She tells Kashyap, Prahlad was never with me. He was with my sister, Chetkin.
Wait, Chetkin, the witch who was supposedly helping him?
The very same. The ghoul, the terrifying monster, wasn't the one who took his son.
So Bhutadki, what was her deal then? Why demand Kaya's heart?
It turns out Bhutadki was cursed. By Rakshasas, ironically. All she actually wanted was a peaceful death, release.
Not power, just peace.
Exactly. She believed touching Kaya's pure heart would destroy her sins, break the curse that kept her trapped, half alive. She wasn't trying to harm Kaya, just find absolution.
Wow.
And she says something profound. Sometimes our perception itself is a source of an evil. We and Kashyap perceived her as the monster because of how she looked, what she was. But she was a victim.
Which means the real villain.
But the Aghori Tantric and Chetkin all along, the spiritual guide and the scientific witch. They were using Kashyap, using his family, his pain,
Yeah.
like pawns in a grand design.
And this connects back to Kaya's investigation.
Perfectly. They're revealed as these elites of the dark world, the kind of figures who could manipulate global events, even start wars, just to pull the strings from behind the scenes. The ultimate puppet masters.
So it's not just a personal betrayal, it's political, global conspiracy level.
Yes. The supernatural horror story suddenly becomes a metaphor for, or maybe even the reality of, large-scale hidden manipulation. The real threat wasn't the obvious monster, it was the power structure offering help.
So the final confrontation. Kashyap now knows who the real enemies are.
Right, and Kaya plays a crucial role here. She'd been captured but gets rescued. And guess who helps? A hacker named Saraswati.
A human hacker. Against these cosmic level threats.
Yep. Saraswati basically dismantles Chetkin's technological control grid. It's a great moment. Durga, the mythological being, even praises the human hacker. My mother says every woman is a superwoman. We just need to know our strengths and stay true to our hearts. Human ingenuity fighting back.
I like that. Technology used for good, to counter the corrupted version.
Exactly. And as her digital power crumbles, Chetkin's illusion fails too. Her youthful appearance dissolves, revealing her true, ancient, withered form.
The mess comes off.
Literally. And Kaya uses the Rudraksh essence, the very weapon Kashyap risked everything for, thanks to Chetkin's manipulation to neutralize the witch. The deceptive alliance is broken.
But what about Bhutadki, the ghoul?
She's dying, but peacefully now. And before she goes, she offers Kashyap some final, really deep wisdom. Lying there, she becomes this unexpected teacher.
After everything, the ghoul gives him philosophy.
Pretty much. 3 main things. First, anything in abundance is a poison. A call for balance, maybe?
Even too much good can be bad, okay? What else?
Second, she clarifies something about the Rakshasas. They aren't just demons, she says. They're an ideology.
An ideology. That changes things, doesn't it?
Massively. It means the fight isn't just physical in some demon city. It's a battle of ideas potentially happening anywhere, anytime. Inside us, even.
Makes it much more relevant. And the third lesson.
This one's beautiful, I think. Knowledge is a tree of wisdom. Wisdom gives you power, and sometimes you need to secure your wisdom in the core of your heart.
Protect your wisdom. Maybe from manipulators like Chetkin.
That's how I read it. Knowledge is power, but wisdom is knowing how and when, and maybe when not to use it. Keep it safe.
And she touches on the nature of darkness itself.
She does. She addresses that big question. Why does the universe allow evil? Her take is fascinating. Everything that embraces darkness is not evil. Darkness is simply an absence of light. The omnipresent accepts everyone and lets them make an enlightened choice.
So darkness isn't inherently evil, it's just potential. And choice is what matters.
That seems to be the idea, a kind of cosmic acceptance. After this, Kaya grants Bhutadki her final wish, lets the dying ghoul touch her heart, and Bhutadki finds peace.
A strangely moving end for a character introduced as a monster.
Absolutely. Kashyap then finds this place called the Temple of Peace. But later, he wakes up, and the doubt creeps back in. The ultimate question mark.
What question?
Was it an orchestrated illusion? A cosmic hoax played upon a trifling mortal? Was any of it real? Or was he just played from start to finish?
Wow, so even the resolution leaves you wondering.
That's the crux of the story, as the author puts it. These hidden connections, this unlikely alliance between the ghoul, the witch, the tantric, it all transcends normal reality, forcing you to constantly question what's true.
So, wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway from this deep dive?
Well, the novella really succeeds in throwing everything together: mythology, horror, psychology, sci-fi, conspiracy. But the core lesson for you, listening, seems to be about perception. Question the surface.
Right. The most dangerous evil wasn't the obvious monster, but the figures offering guidance, the ones who seemed trustworthy.
Exactly. The ghoul, who looked like pure terror, ended up being the source of salvation and wisdom, while the guides were the real manipulators.
So we'll leave you with this thought. This story blends reality and illusion, suggesting maybe the real battles are ideological, not physical. Bhutadki says Rakshasas are an ideology. Chetkin and the Aghori represent a kind of corrupt, power-hungry ideology disguised as wisdom or progress. If the whole conflict might be a cosmic hoax, how do you know what battles are real? What does peace even mean then? And how do you follow Bhutadki's advice to secure true wisdom in the core of your heart, safe from deception?
Something to think about. Until next time on The Deep Dive.